Sounds good.
Freedom.
All right, Chase.
Democracy.
Since we decided to take a break from playing Helldivers, it
Oh my god.
seems appropriate that we just sit and talk about Helldivers.
Yeah, sounds about right to me.
Mainly, man, I just want to talk about what's coming, what's on the horizons, as
Yeah.
we'd say, and what we want to see in the future. So, go ahead. Let's just go through the list here, just to touch on nothing too complex. We know we have an idea of what's coming, and we just want to talk about it a little bit.
All right, so the devs have just confirmed that there's going to be probably a good 6 or 7 new updates. No timeline right now, but the biggest one is you can call in an AI squad to help out the cause.
Playing solo sucks. It's really hard, all right? Tried it. Do not recommend.
So now you get AI.
So calling in AI, I mean, we've seen pretty silly AI in games before, but I think this is a great addition for solo players.
Absolutely.
You know, if somebody can just be there to cover your back, and if you're getting flanked by somebody, hey, I'll take that little bit of help. But it's going to be hilarious if they start dropping strikes on you too. So
if they act anything like
I
the
wouldn't be
scientists,
surprised.
all right, next on the list is Helldiver mechs, and this has been double confirmed by a leak, and we've seen video of that. Yeah, this has been fully confirmed, not only from the footage that the devs sent out, but it actually has been utilized. I guess there's been hacks that have been utilized. Somebody has found the stratagem for the mech and has used it in game. So this is already happening. It's probably going to get launched real soon. Awesome. In addition to cars and buggies, which have also been confirmed by the devs. So yeah, super stoked. As a Mech Warrior fan, beyond stoked. I don't know, Scotty. What do you think?
I think anytime you add a vehicle to a game like this, I think, oh man, I have a fond memory of early Halo 1, just getting on the Warthog and on the turret, just fun. So
going over those rocks,
just add in a new layer, and I'm assuming bigger maps will come for that. So that's just gonna be another layer of fun, right? No objections to that.
The next up is new factions, the Illuminant. So that's been confirmed. That's coming from the first game as well. That's coming over. There's a 4th spot on that map too, and we don't know who that's going to be, but it is confirmed that the Illuminant are coming. And they are ridiculous aliens that are another destroyer of Super Earth. So we have to defend more against Super Earth.
Of course.
That's right.
Man, awesome. Like, they can do so much with this going forward. They can virtually make anything. They've already stolen ATSTs, so they might as well
and AT-ATs are coming up.
Oh yeah,
I know. There was a leak.
Hilarious.
There was a leak for that. So yeah. Anyways,
I don't mind seeing some orcs or something. I don't know. Make it do whatever.
Yeah, just throw whatever in. Yeah.
Yeah. The sky is limitless here.
Speaking of skies and speaking of leaks and speaking of new enemies, there's going to be flying enemies. So now that we've dealt with the bugs on the ground and the bots, firing, there's going to be flying enemies. So I'm predicting that there's going to be crazy alien flying, insectoids. It's going to be a mess.
Drones.
What do you think?
Yeah, and the mission types are changing. So or not changing, but being added to. And I think that's good. There have been times where I feel like the missions are doing the same thing over. It does get a little stagnant. I would like to feel like our actions on the ground have more significance and consequence. Exactly how the ICBM missions feel. Those feel powerful, rewarding. So anything adding to that, again, limitless here. And new guns. Of course. That's the whole point of the game, is to spread democracy through firearms. And
that's right.
So that's going to be great. But getting into things we want to see, I'm going to go right from the new guns that they're adding and hoping that more customization comes, because that's what I want to see. The guns feel great, but I'd like to add stuff. I'd love to paint my weapons. I'd love to have a suppressor to not aggro patrols or bug breaches. I'd like to have maybe a different scope on something. I don't know. I want to see a little more customization that is cosmetic and physical and actually impacts the way that your firearms work.
Do you think they'll add a transmog system?
Down the road, sure. I bet you that's not going to happen for a while. But as long as the stuff you put on your weapons have a visual impact and just camos, like they could do, like they do banners and capes, they could do skins for the guns. So again, everything we're going to talk about is going to be limitless because truly it is. They've built something here that can go in any direction, and they really have a ton of potential here.
And some leaks are actually reporting that there was currently there's a 4-pack of the refuel or resupply pack, and there's actually a 6-pack now, because again the hacker's gonna hack. They figured out this X. I'm terrible on Reddit. I click all of the links and I'm like, oh, what is that behind that? Don't spoil it. I'm like, click spoiler. All right. Oh, dang it. Okay, well, it's coming anyway. At least I know it's confirmed.
Right.
Yeah, so it is. There's a lot coming for sure, and I am excited about the new weapons and all that. And I think, agreed, I would love to be able to customize. Yeah, that would be awesome. For me, I would love to see more interplay between the factions. And I think if that gets to a point where they do come to, I would love to see the insectoids and the bots, the automatons kind of landing in the same spot at the same time, and then you just kind of stepping back and then dropping nukes or dropping bombs on them, and it's like then you kind of feel like the watcher of the situation versus like having to be active all the time, engaged. I think it would be
those
really cool.
Stratagem kills would be so satisfying.
Oh my gosh, waiting for them to like come 500
500 kg.
Oh man, that would actually give it purpose, right? Like that, having that 500 kg, that would be given purpose.
Seeing a tank fight a Bile Titan would be amazing. So again, it makes that world feel lived in and natural and organic, and that's what makes a game fun to me. Is it feeling organic, not forced or anything? Let's see other things I'd like to see. I would like to see different landscapes, and I mean this by, if they do end up getting a Super Earth, residential areas and zones that have buildings, destructible buildings, and just I think downtown in a major city could be cool. I'd love to more indoor things to maybe to go down. They've in this last patch where he said, "Oh, we thought we liberated this planet, but it turns out there was a hive underneath the surface." Whatever they called it, I forget the term.
Brain bugs.
No. Yeah, basically from Starship. That we go down. Maybe you jump into the bug hole like Mario and go down. But indoor operations, going down to the source with
close
the queen.
Quarters.
Maybe a giant factory for the bots.
I think, truthfully, I just really want to see, and I know I brought this up in the other pod, I really want to see Joel take a bigger active role. I mean, he's doing amazing work right now as a game master. I just can't wait to see what comes from that. The first one we've seen right now is that Super Earth got invaded and we got overrun. And that was huge. That was big and scary. Everybody was like, oh my God, we failed. And that feeling of failure, like on Reddit right now, is palpable. Like that community is just melting. They're like literally going, oh my God, guys, what did we do wrong? Did we focus on this? I haven't seen that in a game in a long time. So I want to see more of that. I want to see more Game Master like mixing it up. Like he's going to just really mess things up or make things kind of chaotic and confusing and kind of tap into that human element that, I know, Scott, we've talked about that. It's like that real human like element of like, oh man, we better fight together or we're gonna lose.
Maybe people will stop kicking others for not running the meta. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you kick, you lose you lose a percentage. Like make repercussions for kicking.
Anytime the stakes feel high, your investment in the game is just so much more emotional. And you become one with the game, and that's what we want as gamers. So
I truly can't think of any. I mean, honestly, I can't think of any other game that's done it this way. It's just such a unique take, and I mean, the fact that they hired this guy as a dungeon, he's a genuine dungeon master / developer, and I know I just praised him for all of this so far, but it's cool.